So I'm gonna just play it real quick, and just listen with a very close and spiritual ear. All right. Which what he said, we've been saying that. All right, but let's just play it.
They weren't successful. I think they had to abort the attempt. So that tells you.
You just said one of the worst, or I think you said dangerous places to keep your gold is in the United States. I don't think I've ever heard anybody say that. Can you extrapolate on that a little bit for us?
Well, I mean, I think there's a lot of political risk here because I do think that we're headed for a major currency crisis. I think the dollar is going to collapse, and so that's going to take down the U.S. economy. Our entire way of life has been built on the privilege of issuing the world's reserve currency. And when the dollar loses that status, I mean, all hell's going to break loose here in the U.S. And, I don't know what is going to happen. But we could take desperate measures, and of course we could have socialists in control of the U.S. Economy if the socialists have the White House and they have both chambers of Congress. So who knows? I mean, they could declare some kind of national emergency. The U.S. has a history of confiscating gold in the 1930s. We defaulted on our obligations to pay gold. Once upon a time, we told the world if you had $35, we would give you an ounce of gold. That was an IOU. It was like a commitment, like a bond. And then we defaulted. So we've done desperate things in the past when our backs were to the wall. So if we have real economic chaos here, the U.S. might just nationalize or seize any gold that it has custody of. So I would want to take that chance if I was a foreign government.
Peter Schiff.
All right, you see now you got this guy's quick to try and cut him off, but what he was saying is reality. Okay, it's truth. All right, he said, "Now I'm gonna run it back."
There's places to keep your gold is in the United States. I don't think I've ever heard anybody say that. Can you extrapolate on that a little bit for us?
Well, I mean, I think there's a lot of political risk here because I do think that we're headed for a major currency crisis.
He says we're headed for a major currency crisis. All right, which we've been saying for the longest, man. The American economy is gonna collapse. Now, you see, you really what should be going through your mind right now is looking at, you have the whole thing going on with the Deutsche Bank, okay, and then you have the Feds lowering interest rates simultaneously, okay, out of nowhere. The American economy is not doing good, okay. They're lowering interest rates because they're trying to hide the basically the air that's deflating from the balloon, the economic balloon that they have blown up. All right, and I'll read it in this quick article real quick, man, because Salakia, hey, this man is not lying. All right, there is going to be a currency crisis. The dollar is damn near worthless, and once the American economy collapses, it's going to throw the global economy into chaos. All right, the upcoming American economic collapse is going to lead to the global economic collapse, and that's going to cause chaos in all these other countries, because an economic collapse leads to chaos. All right, and that's why he said all hell is going to break loose in America, and they might just declare national emergency, which Trump already did. All right, but guess what? It's going to be happening worldwide, man. Okay, and he knows this. We know it too. All right, but I'm gonna just play it.
I think the dollar is going to collapse.
The dollar is going to collapse, right? Now, he's not over here. We're not out here sitting him down, telling him to go out here and go say these things, breaking down precepts to him. No, he's telling you this because he's an economist, all right? He studies these kind of things, all right? So, and it's not just him, but you have other economists saying this, all right? This isn't rhetoric. This isn't a myth that we're making up. We're telling you facts, all right? This is prophecy, all right? It's been prophesied, man. This place is going down, man, quick.
And so that's going to take down the U.S. economy. Our entire way of life has been built on the privilege of issuing the world's reserve currency. And when the dollar loses that status, I mean, all hell's going to break loose.
You hear that? When the dollar loses that status, all hell is going to break loose. Okay? All hell is going to break loose because a lot of these other... Why do you think Russia, China, India, these other nations are shifting away from the dollar? They're not dumb. They can see it, man. But these American people, oh, I'm out that paper. I'm grinding. I'm grinding for that. Most High is about to bring all. That's why the scriptures tell you, all right, when they shall say peace and safety, then sudden destruction cometh upon them. They're lowering interest rates. So you thinking, oh yeah, this is good. Let me go get some stuff, whatever I may need. Hey, you got the stock market hitting all time highs. Okay, that is not a good sign. All right, you thinking, oh no, that means we're doing good. No, 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 no. All right.
Here in the U.S. And I don't know what is going to happen, but we could take desperate measures, and of course we could have socialists in control of the U.S. Economy if the socialists have the White House and they have both chambers of Congress. So who knows? I mean, they could declare some kind of national emergency. The U.S. has a history of.
You hear that? They can declare some sort of national emergency, and when that happens, man, you just forget it. All right, forget it. At that point, it's just over. Okay. Now I'm gonna upload a video. Okay, I'll re-upload a video. It's basically a simulation. All right, of the first 12 hours of economic collapse. All right, and you see how quick the chaos and panic spreads throughout the American community. All right, the cities. But first, let me read this article real quick. All right, and then we'll get some precepts on that. So this is RT News. It says U.S. economic bubble bigger than before 2008 crash. Peter Schiff tells RT boom bust. Now this was published July 11th. All right, that's today. It says the U.S. Federal Reserve leaning towards rate cuts indicates that it's trying to keep the air from coming out of the stock market bubble, according to Euro Pacific Capital CEO Peter Schiff. So imagine that. You have a balloon that's deflating, and they're trying to keep the air in there, but they can only try for so long. All right. It says he told Boom Bust that the U.S. is heading for a recession, regardless of what the Fed does with rates. They're trying to cover up something. All right. That regardless of what they do, is gonna explode, man. If you have a bomb in a room